The Hamish and Andy Show podcast. Powered by Amy. Lucky you're with Amy.
3, 2, 1.
I'm a busker and I've been singing cover songs all day. I really should have been singing about
inheritance.
Look, I love to relax with a good book, but the problem is I never read enough about...
Mine your will, mate? Inheritance.
Well, everyone's agreed to drop everything because it's 3 o'clock. And Hamish and Andy have declared today's topic is...
No, seriously, what am I getting? Inheritance.
This is Hamish and Andy's Happy Hour.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hamish and Andy with you back for another happy hour. Ham today. Inheritance is where we start this journey.
Do you know, in all seriousness, I had to make a will last year.
Yeah,
you are in my will.
Right.
You do well. Jack, guess what? You're in it.
Whoa!
Well, you're in it as well.
We talked a while ago about just leaving Jack all our teaspoons.
I did. I've left you all my spoons
to
confuse you.
With a letter that says he'll know what it means.
I don't know what that means.
I know, that's why I did it.
Is that really what I'm getting?
Yeah, you get all my teaspoons.
How many do you have?
Hundreds. No, 10. Well, I can't tell you. I don't want you to kill me.
That's why I reckon, just thinking about cutlery at home, I reckon teaspoons is our biggest of all the...
Do you have a will, Jack?
I don't know, never made one.
No, you got to make one.
You got to make one.
I mean, Andy and I, because we go in gap here all the time, and, you know...
Yeah, we're told to make them regularly.
Always, we come close to death 2 or 3 times per trip, so it's good to have them. But I have been buying teaspoons overseas, so... The more I come back alive, the more your fortune grows, Jack.
And what's Andy getting?
Oh, Andy does for real stuff.
Hey, plenty to get through today. Another music,
forks.
another music.
More useful color. He gets all my blades.
The more expensive ones. Another musical eavesdropping. We haven't heard this before.
Yep.
Hamish and I hear a conversation just on the street or anywhere you might be and eavesdrop it. It's so interesting. It should be put to music.
Yeah, we'll write it down. You have to write it down word for word, and then Ando plays a bit of guitar, and we do a song using the conversation we wrote down. The most amazing one ever.
And I hear it's to do with the Prime Minister of
Australia.
Certainly
the most amazing opening to a conversation I've ever eavesdropped, and
Wow.
it will be word for word in a song in minutes' time.
But straight after this, Ham, a lot of people sit there and...
40 minutes' time.
Straight after this, Ham, a lot of people are unsure of what they're getting or assume they're going to get something in a will or they're going to inherit something. We have plenty of emails suggesting that they had things locked down. We're going to put that to the test. A young man called Jimmy reckons he's definitely getting something. He doesn't know this, but we've gotten in contact with his granddad, and we're going to check whether he's getting exactly what he thinks.
Could be really touching or really awkward after this.
Haim, this is pretty exciting. Today the topic is inheritance, and joining us on the line is a young chap called Jimmy. Jimmy, you're pretty confident that you are going to inherit something.
Yes. My great-great-grandfather was a stretcher bearer in the First World War.
Wow.
And while he was picking up the bodies, he found a German helmet. Mm-hmm. And it's a classic sort of old-fashioned one with a spike on the top, the gold eagle on the front.
Jeez.
And it's been handed down the generations. And it's currently, my grandfather recently, my papa recently handed it to my father.
Yep.
And I'm hoping that, seeing I've only got 2 sisters, that I'll inherit it next.
Yeah, right. So you've got, I mean, has this been discussed, or are you just sort of doing the maths here on it seems like it's coming down the male side of the family?
Yeah, I'm sort of just assuming that I'll get it, seeing I'm the only male.
Yeah, well, the helmet probably is more suited to a male head.
What are you looking forward?
Because I assume you're going to wear it a lot.
Yeah, I mean, would you wear it as a bike helmet, or are you looking forward to just displaying it?
I don't know, maybe a dress-up party, maybe.
Wow, hang on. It's an heirloom, Jimmy.
Yeah, but it's that kind of talk that I reckon that might have your dad thinking the daughters might be a better part.
I mean, so you definitely try it on.
Yeah, it's actually, I have tried it on before, and it's really tiny. Like, I've got quite a small head, and I struggle to put it on.
Yeah,
That's
right.
obviously why the guy that owned it maybe met his, unfortunately met his fate. Not enough brains to keep safe.
Also, you'd assume a smaller target. So a bit unlucky.
Yeah, true.
You forfeit with Nouse.
We can only guess. Now, okay, well, what we thought we'd do, Jimmy, unbeknownst to you, we've actually tracked down your grandpa.
Les.
Okay.
We're going to put you on hold for a second, Jimmy, and explain to everyone how this works.
Here's what's happened. We've tracked down Les, Jimmy's grandpa here. If we ask Les, if we say, look, of all the things that have come through the family, what is Jimmy going to get in his inheritance?
Yeah.
If Les's first answer is the German helmet, unbeknownst to either of them, they can't hear this.
Yeah.
Andy and I, out of our own pocket, this is not a sponsored giveaway, will give them a state-of-the-art helmet bag. Now, I have just looked online, and it's a Fox helmet bag.
Great.
Again, I'm just saying that for descriptive purposes only. Fox and giving us no money for this, Andy. It's $54.95.
It looks great.
It's in stock.
Yep.
And it's a soft padded bag, keeps your helmet protected. Vent ports.
That's good.
So the German spiky helmet can breathe.
It's not going to get stuffy in there or rusty.
It's not going to stink. And high quality.
That's great.
It's a high quality helmet bag.
Okay.
The best one I could find online.
Les now joins us if we grab a hold of him. This is Jimmy's granddad. Les, are you there?
Sam here.
Well, I know this is a bit weird.
You have to speak a little louder.
Sure.
Sorry, I know this is a bit weird, and you're joining us out of the blue, but we were just chatting to your grandson, Jimmy, and can you answer this question for us? What item do you think Jimmy has his eyes on most in terms of inheritance?
I would say that he would be interested in a German field helmet from the First World War. That would be his great grandfather.
Yes, that's the one we're after.
Can we just say, Les, for you answering that correctly, Jimmy has just won a state-of-the-art helmet bag.
I see.
Obviously, it was just very good.
It's very good for him to keep the helmet in, should he be lucky enough to get it.
Jimmy just joins us again now. Jimmy, congratulations. You've won the helmet bag.
Oh, I'm stoked.
Yes.
Thanks, Bobber.
Now all you have to do is get the helmet, and then you've got a state-of-the-art motorbike helmet bag to keep it in.
Yeah.
The helmets, I think, in the First World War were sometimes ceremonial as well as battlefield.
Oh, right. So
I may be wrong, but it's a good guess.
It's a very good guess.
Well, you've already won the helmet bag, so, I mean, there's no more prizes in the prize cupboard.
And the additional
What about a gold watch?
No,
Jimmy.
No, Jimmy.
There we go, Jimmy. If this whole thing's a sting to get a gold watch.
Well done. Well done, James.
Yeah, and thank you very
Thanks,
much.
Bobber.
Thank you very much, Les, for joining us. We appreciate it. Jimmy's granddad.
Big win all round. Thanks, guys.
Okay.
It's the happy hour, Hamish and Andy. Terrific. Time for...
A big company or Miley. Jack's looked it up so we will know the score. Who's got friends galore?
Yep, the game where it's the people versus the show's nemesis. Haim, you and I will work together.
We always work together, Anna, because we're working to stop evil. And I don't think that's too much of an exaggeration, because if we lose at this game, the punishment is we have to send a coaster, a patented happy hour coaster, to the show's nemesis, former Sale of the Century host, Tony Barber.
Yes.
It's a huge...
He stood us up for an interview one day.
Last year.
Yeah. With no remorse.
He showed no remorse. In fact, he expected sympathy from us because he had been kicked out of Dancing with the Stars the night before. Now, that's something we have to live with every time we play this show. That dagger hanging over our heads.
That we might send Tony Barber a present.
How many coasters have we had to send him, Joe?
We just sent him the second one, and we haven't played for a little bit after that because
I think we're all stung. We were stung a little bit.
Enough.
We know that if he gets to 6, he's going to have 5 friends over and they're going to buy a six-pack of breezes and they're going to toast to our demise.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're only 4 days away from that dark day.
Well,
4 losses away.
4 losses. The way this game works is Jack has looked up on Facebook 2 different companies, people, places, whatever it may be. He throws 2 at us.
Yep.
Asks us who has more friends. Jack, take it away.
Close your laptops, please.
Very good. Well done. I was going to cheat. The closing of the laptops is complete.
Can I say I'm really happy with my first one?
Okay, you can.
Well, we'll join in the happiness too if we manage to squeak through.
Who's got more friends on Facebook, Michael Jordan or Michael Jackson?
Ooh.
Wow. The 2 big MJs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Followed closely by Mitch Johnson, the Australian bowler.
Yeah. I would say Ham.
Don't look into my eyes.
Why are you grinning at me?
I would say
Jack's grinning his head off.
I would say more people have been exposed to Michael Jackson's music.
I agree.
Than have been to Michael Jordan's Air Jams
and sneakers. I think Michael Jackson... In fact, I think we have to say Michael Jackson. It's a bit of a stitch-up from Jack because it's disrespectful not to say Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
Yes!
Great
What are we
start.
talking?
73 million for Michael Jackson, 26 million. Still
50
God,
million.
50
I mean,
million.
even 26 million is still huge for the numbers we
Not
usually
after
play
not,
with.
Not if you after you hear Jacko's. 73, what it was.
Wow, release some albums, Jordan.
Yeah. Next one.
I don't think you're going to like the connection I've made here, but
Did you
It's not about you, it's about beating Tony Barber. Here we go.
who's got more friends? Angelina Jolie
Yes.
or Liam Neeson?
Terrible. You're right.
Oh, you're right.
And I think
I hated it.
I think it's
It's
a bit
Jolie.
of a... It's
Hands
Jolie.
down,
It has
Jolie.
to be Angelina Jolie. Who wouldn't want to be friends with her?
Exactly. Hot bod, hot career, very talented, lots of kids, hot husband, Liam Neeson. What's he
Great
got?
films.
Yeah, great films
Yeah.
and great at tracking down kidnappers, only on screen.
Yeah. But can we please
It's always been my gripe with him.
can we please lock in?
Lock in Angelina Jolie for
For
a
the
clean
win.
sweep today.
Don't even play round 3.
Yes! Yes! The week off. Whenever you have a
Yeah,
few
we're
weeks
so
off-
well rested.
Exactly. We'll rest it into this.
God, that feels good. Just give us, what was your third one?
I'll save it for next week.
Okay.
Oh, of course, for less work for you. Okay, good fun. That was Friends Galore.
Today the show's about inheritance.
It was, Anna. I noticed we got a lot of emails from people, essentially thinly veiled emails, hoping that we'd shuffle off the model call just so they could snag a gold-coloured watch.
Yeah.
Which is, of course, I know we were talking before about the coasters that we have to send to Tony Barber. We printed 1,000 coasters,
Yeah.
so they're special. There's only 100 happy hour gold-coloured watches in existence. Less than 20 people own one. You'll never get one. I mean, it's almost safe to say, statistically, you'll never get one.
It's very hard to get.
But the few and the chosen are lucky enough to possess them. Now, because of their rarity and their pricelessness, obviously when we put up on the website, hey, we're going to be talking about inheritance, a lot of people thought this might be a nice way to sort of casually bring up, oh, hey, what happens to the gold-coloured watches?
Because you and I possess them, so does Jack.
Yeah, someone even tried to send in the Watch Wizard is a mythical being that sometimes visits the show to give them away. Someone tried to send in an official will to
From
the
the
Watch
Watch
Wizard. And as luck would have it, the person that sent it in was named in the Watch Wizard's will as the recipient of all undistributed watches.
Have you left yours to me?
I've left mine to Sonny, so he's now
right.
got 2 gold-coloured watches to my son, which means he's in striking distance of 3.
Damn it, because I was hoping if you and Jack had left them to me, it's a perfect reason for me to slay the both of you and go after a gold sombrero.
And as you were slaying me, I couldn't hold it against you because for people that are familiar with the show, if you get 3 gold-coloured watches, which is so crazy, it's like Indiana Jones getting 3 holy grails.
Yeah.
If you get 3 gold-coloured watches,
Get a golden
you
sombrero.
do in fact get a hat trick, which means you get a golden sombrero.
Never happened.
Gold-coloured sombrero.
Never happened.
Never will happen.
No. There's some minstrels sing about it. Some minstrels sing about it.
Sure, it's
but-
in folklore, but it will never happen in reality. You hear hundreds of years ago it happened, but we're yet to see evidence of that happening. How convenient all records were destroyed.
Hey, a lot of people are asking to be in our wills for our gold-coloured watches.
I got an example here of someone who asked that very thing. Louis, are you there?
Yeah.
Louis, you're interested in a gold-coloured watch.
If you're throwing them away, but what happens to them at the end of the show?
Wait, we're not throwing them away. Now, you mentioned in your email, what happens if one of us dies, who gets it? All right, how about this, Louis? I put you in Andy's will, okay, to receive his gold-coloured watch, right?
Oh, his personal one.
Yeah.
Oh,
On
yeah?
the condition that you would be genuinely sad if he was dead.
Oh, can't make any promises. But
Hey,
yeah,
well,
of course.
right,
can
let's
I
do this.
also throw another condition?
Yeah.
On the condition that Louis doesn't kill me.
Okay,
as
yeah,
well.
so 2 conditions. You can't murder Andy,
For the
and
watch.
you have to be sad that he's dead, even though this means you get his gold-coloured watch.
Yeah, right.
All right, here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to run a test with you, all right, Louis? We've got your number here. I'm going to hang up, and we're going to call you back, and I'll be doing Rob. I'll be calling you back to tell you Andy's dead, all right? And you've got to convince me that you would be sad to hear that news.
If I think you're sad enough, you're going in my will.
All right.
All right, stay by
Give
the
me
phone.
a go.
Okay. Just
Hang
hang
up
up
now.
Yeah, hang up.
Okay, well, so, terrible accidents before
Yeah,
you.
it's a bummer.
First thing I do,
I obviously will step out of this because I won't be around.
like I see you and I immediately know there's no hope for Andy.
Yep.
I better call Louis.
Yep. Let's call him. And yeah, it's a real shame.
Hello, Lewis speaking.
Lewis, sorry, it's Hamish here from the Hamish and Andy Show. How are you?
Oh, yeah, I'm all right, man. What's up? What's going on?
Look, bit of bad news, unfortunately. Andy and I were down at the local fun parlour, and there's that machine there that tests your punch strength with the big bag. Andy ran up, punched it, it rebounded, hit him straight in the head, took his head off.
Oh, no.
Sorry, I'm so
Is he all right? His head's off. Can they put it back on again? What?
Yeah, sorry,
Are you serious, man?
I'm very sad.
I'm sorry. Oh,
He's been his head.
what are we going to do? Oh,
I suppose this means you get the watch.
oh, man. Well, I mean, I guess if I have to, yeah.
Unless you
That's
want,
horrible.
Unless, because we never would have thought he would have gone this way. Do you want to should we bury him with it?
It'd be hard to see a gold-coloured watch go to. Oh,
Were you going to say waste?
Can I say, Lewis, well done.
Well done. That was really emotional.
Really good. You're going in my will. I'll put you in.
I wasn't expecting.
We'll make it. What I'm worried about is when Hamish rings my family, he's going to be wetting himself laughing.
I hadn't really thought about how you died, and then I had the visual of the thing bouncing back and knocking your head clean off. Just gave me the giggles. But I think I did a pretty good job of disguising it as tears.
But Louis,
so we'll all move on and say well done to everyone involved in that little role play.
well, Louis, you're going in the will.
oh, thanks, man.
That's a pleasure, buddy. I'll stay online. I'll get your details, so I'll actually put you in it. And it's a happy hour.
Great name for the show.
Hamish and Andy with you. It's time for a musical eavesdrop, Ham.
Yeah.
This is where we grab out the guitar. You've, this time, overheard a conversation between two strangers you didn't know of, and you wrote it down word for word when you were there.
That's right.
Then you present this to Jack and myself.
Sometimes you hear them, sometimes I do. Jack's the narrator always in these little songs. But look, I mean, today's is a bit different, isn't it?
It is a bit different.
Because I definitely heard the start of the conversation. And I think that's still good enough to bring to the table to put to music.
You haven't made up anything else, though.
I could have just made it up, couldn't I?
But
I've been honest about what bits I did hear and what bits I didn't hear.
So basically, the musical conversation will occur kind of in one kind of chord pattern.
Yep.
And then I suppose it changes to you and I playing ourselves.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah, which is a bit different.
Well, I mean, look, let's just do it. We have to sort of make up the tune as we go along. That's part of the fun of these things. So just you crack into it, and then we'll all do our bits.
And
I still think it's amazing. Let's just all know this is great. Without wanting to lead the witness. Take it away.
And you're playing the role of one of the
at the start. Yeah,
one of the people in the conversation.
I'm the guy in the conversation.
Okay. Did you just hum, Jack?
Yeah, Jack's putting him. Jack's taking this really.
Well, I don't usually have the first line. I'm always narrating the end.
Jack's taking this so seriously.
No, I'm not. Haven't practiced, so can't hold me to anything. So Hamish was walking in the city and stopped to send a text. Then a man in a suit talking to a man in casual business wear piped up nearby. He said,
"I went to visit Tony Abbott privately the morning after the election. and he had one message for me.
But at this point, the man telling the story noticed Hamish listening, and he turned away and he lowered his voice, making it impossible for him to hear the rest of the conversation.
That's so disappointing.
Sorry. Still, it was pretty amazing, that piece of conversation to hear. And the guy who said it, I think, was famous, like I've definitely seen him before in a political context.
Was it Tony Jones from ABC One's Q&A?
Nobody had silver hair.
Are you sure it wasn't Tony Jones from ABC's Q&A? I mean, you're not great with faces.
Tony Jones from ABC One's Q&A has glasses. This guy definitely didn't have glasses.
It could have been a glassless Tony Jones from ABC One's Q&A.
And it wasn't Tony Jones from ABC One's Q&A, but it was a silver-haired man who has something to do with politics. I still think it's worth bringing up that I heard the beginnings of a political secret.
Yes, but it would have been great if you could name him properly so we all knew who you were talking about.
It was a glassesless Tony Jones from ABC One's Q&A. That's who it was.
It wasn't Tony Jones.
Would have been great if it was, though. Ring in if you're that guy and tell us the secret you were protecting from me.
Before we go today, Ham, we do have to right the wrong.
We've done a bad thing.
Yes. It was alerted to us, and there's been a lot going on in our lives.
Too much, man. Don't you reckon?
Yeah. We've gone over on a gap year, come back, we're going to go back again. And obviously
we're busy.
You've had a kid.
You know, that's all we're saying. We're not trying to make excuses. We're just pointing out excuse-like reasons as to why we might not have done something.
A while ago now, I think it might have been March. Would that be right, Cackling Jack? Yeah. We heard of, as far on the topic of sharing, we heard of a fellow called Stuart who was going to be sharing the driving, a long drive, I think from Perth to Melbourne, Perth to Brisbane or something.
Pretty big drive.
And he had hoarded the podcasts of this show so he could listen to them on one stretch. We thought that was amazing, and we thought, well, good luck out there. What we do at the other end of it is at the end of your road trip, we'll ring you up and give you a quiz on all those shows up until that point for your chance to win a gold-coloured watch.
He said great. We said great. Everyone was feeling like this is fun.
We all went out and celebrated it. I think
we were just in such a great mood from the proposal, we did forget to ever follow up on that.
So he joins us now. Stuart, sorry about that.
Oh, no worries. It's been a long 2-month drive.
How was the drive?
Oh, it was great for about 3,000 Ks, and then the Victoria Police at the border got me for 3 points and $200.
What for?
That was a great welcome. Doing 116 and a 110.
Oh, 116.
I'll get you for that.
Yes.
116 and a 100, sorry, and 100.
And 100. Oh, okay,
Dropping.
Still too much.
Yes. Well, that's bad news, Stuart, but the good news is you did listen to the shows, I understand.
Is that good news?
Well, for you, hopefully, because you do have the chance now to win a gold-coloured watch.
Yeah.
Now we'll do a bit of a mea culpa here because it should have been obviously fresh in your head.
Yes.
Should have been fresh in your mind when we quizzed you.
It's a bit distant now.
And now it is. I mean, I can't remember even the things I really enjoyed listening to several months ago in the car.
No,
it would be tough. It would be tough to remember specific details. But so we have an option for you.
We're going to make you get 100% of the questions right. We've got an options for you. You can either get 3 out of 5 questions right of a moderate quiz, or you can put all the chips on one super question, Stuart. And if you get 1 from 1 on that one, you take out the gold-coloured watch.
1 from 1 sounds a lot easier, but I think I've got 1 for 1.
Oh, he's going the super question.
I mean, it's harder. We should have put. Did we make that clear?
Yeah, he's made it clear.
Okay, pretty clear.
All right, Stuart, this is very exciting. Then let's go to the opener.
Well,
and that will not be included in the quiz, although for future quizzes we'll say, what did we accidentally play instead of the opener? Go for it, Jago.
It's time for
The definitely not forgotten about, totally remembered about, being top of mind and worked extensively on, well-crafted, heavily drafted, will we be outsmarted, Stuart's Road Trip Quiz.
Oh, Stuart's Road Trip Quiz. As we promised, Stuart, we always would. Here is the quiz.
All right, Stuart.
The super question.
The tension is building. Here is the one super question.
Oh, do you want to hear one of the moderate questions so you can know how hard the super
go
question?
on. Yeah, that'd be great, actually. Yeah.
So one of the moderate questions was going to be, for a little while, Andy's heart strayed from DJ Havana Brown.
Bryn Edelson.
Right, okay. So you are on this, right?
I don't think I am.
Okay.
I mean, you would have then only needed 2 more of the
Here it
moderate
is.
questions to get it.
The super question. During the topic first days on January 28th, which would have fallen into your band that you listened to as you're on your trip, Hamish and Andy, going to go third person here. Hamish and Andy relived the first day they met. What was the name of their mutual friend who introduced them for a gold-coloured watch, sir?
Ryan Shelton?
He went to school with Ryan Shelton.
Yes.
Nolsey. Pete
Nolsey.
Nolan.
Fair enough.
Well, I don't know if that was...
Jack's proving he can work the machine again.
I don't think that was... I mean, that seemed a bit rough because loser time came out there. Oh, Stu.
That was a super question.
It was a super question. You jumped in very quickly. Do you remember that bit at all?
I do remember because he was talking about how he lived and he was so cool, and you kind of relived how you both met in 2 different kind of minds. And this is my recollection. This is my recollection. And Hamish obviously lied his ass.
Oh, gosh, he knows so well.
You know the show.
He's going to guess what? We'll send you a coaster with Tim O'Maddock's autograph on the back.
You know what? You've got 6. You've got a set of 6 coasters.
Oh, brilliant. That's perfect. That's awesome.
Thank you. Enjoy a 6-pack with your friends.
And then the next time you drive 5,000 kilometres, we'll re-quiz.
Thanks, Stuart. That's all we've got time for this afternoon on the show. HamishAndAndy.com.
What a show for gold-coloured watches. One slipped out of Stuart's clutches there. And earlier in the show, Ando, you pledged to give Lewis one, and you will.
In my will, which makes me a walking target, although he's not allowed to kill me as part of the rules.
But, of course, Stuart may feel, because he feels ripped off from that quiz.
HamishAndAndy.com. The podcast is there, as obviously Stuart likes grabbing. And also, more topics always going up.
Listen to it, there will be a test.
We'll catch you tomorrow.
Have a good one.
That was the Hamish and Andy Show podcast, powered by Amy. Lucky you're with Amy.